as of next weekend, will now turn into Locked On Bills.
The coolest part of the whole partnership is just going to be our national exposure. I think we're sort of going to bring a new feel to not only podcasting, but kind of how people get their content.
Well, for me, it's content now. I mean, now we're going to have 3 podcasts a week, lots of things to talk about, people that can tune in regularly to get their updates.
I think ultimately it was going to be a decision based on, his family. The number that I think sticks out to me the most is his 41 receptions for first down last year.
There were some interesting quotes in regards to Tyrod Taylor.
I do think there are certain things you can coach in a quarterback. You get a guy more comfortable throwing to a spot. That comfort comes from time in a system, time with the same players over and over again.
Yeah, and I'm a firm believer that a coach can develop players. I do think it's possible that with the right coaching staff, a guy that's been around like Dennison, I think you may be able to learn.
Like if you're trusting your eyes on the coverages and where guys are rotating, those are all things that sort of culminate into this anticipatory throw.
The quarterback, first of all, has to know what coverage he's playing against. If he doesn't know what coverage he's playing against, he doesn't know where that window is. He's got to know where those windows are, have what you said, trust in those receivers, that they're going to be there. But not just that they're going to be there, but that they're actually going to catch it. He had receivers in and out of the lineup. Charles Clay, for example, he had the most targets, but he also had the most drops. When Dennison talks about footwork and how he's got to trust his feet, what he means is if he's taking a 5-step drop and his first read isn't there, when he hits the top of that drop, he's got to know that he's not going to be throwing it to that guy. He's not going to wait for that guy to get open. You got to move on in your progression. If you have a high-low concept with a shallow drag coming across the middle and a 10 to 12-yard dig coming across the middle, if that linebacker jumps that shallow drag, he's got to know he's got to move on from that, get it to the second level, to the tight end. So the feet have to match.
I do think he has certain skill sets, his ability to escape the pocket that allow him to buy time to find a second option, even if he's not doing it the proper way. So I think he has a fail-safe, and that'll help him in the West Coast offense. Does he trust this more than he did the Anthony system? Does he trust Boldin, Sammy Watkins, a young Zay Jones receiving machine? Because last year he had a Justin Hunter and a Marquise Goodwin. At some point, you just don't trust these guys, and you're only going to go to 1 or 2 targets.
So from now on, if you want to listen to us, you're going to have to go to Locked On Bills on iTunes. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.